Is anyone else expecting a Five Nights at Freddy's jump scare?
Yeses! So I am back in town with the sole purpose of going to the Museum of Asian Art. Now you wouldn't think that there would be a lot of Asian art in Greece, but there's a whole museum dedicated to it, so there's stuff from China, Japan, Thailand, India, even some stuff from Afghanistan apparently, so that's going to be really cool. So yeah, I'm going to go in there now, and that should be about €6 I think, but you can get passes that last longer than that, so you can make a savings, but I think I'll just go once first, and then if I really like it, maybe make another play for it, but it's just up ahead. So yeah, I probably won't be able to film inside, but if I can, you'll see pictures. If not, I'll get them from the internet. Okay.
The museum is housed inside the ex-palace of St Michael's and George, which was commissioned by the British Lord High Commissioner Sir Thomas Maitland. And I know what you're thinking, I bet he was a riot at parties. After the end of the British rule in Corfu in 1864, the building was repurposed a number of times until 1927, when it became the unique home of works of art from Asia and India, as donated by Grigoris Manos. Yep, I was right. I couldn't film in there, guys, but I got these sweet images from the web. Manos was the Greek ambassador to Austria and an Asian artist enthusiast, collecting approximately 9,500 artifacts of Chinese, Korean and Japanese origins. What a guy!
Okay, well I've actually got mixed feelings about that, because a lot of the stuff was amazing. However, I haven't ever left a museum that quickly before. I've been to like loads of museums in my time, and like world famous ones as well, and it just seemed a little bit lacking. Like the stuff was beautiful, but then a lot of it was displayed in like near darkness. The lights weren't on and things, so perhaps they thought, oh, there's not many people today, we'll just close it. But it's kind of like a gloomy day. It's still so hot, but it's kind of a gloomy day, so I figured it would be like a really busy museum day. But I don't know, I still kind of think that the gardens are the star there, because there was always descriptions in English right next to the Greek, but they didn't say what they were used for. It just said a battle fan. I was in the samurai section, it said a battle fan, but it didn't say what it was used for. I was like, I want to know why a samurai needed a fan. Like, was it hot? Or like, how can a fan be a battle? It just said what it was and what it was made out of. It didn't give any kind of description or backstory as to why it was there, or why it was done. So I don't know. I'm gonna go find something to eat now, because my stomach's really rumbling. That was the other reason why I was like, yeah, I'm gonna go. And I had actually walked around all of it like really quickly, but yeah, I don't know why so much of it was in total darkness. Perhaps it's like a preserve the thing, I don't know, but there's lots of different like specialist lights you can get now, so perhaps it was just another thing that was kind of taken by the recession. I don't know, another casualty. Anyway, I'm going up to the awesome balcony bit again, because it's so cool here.
If Asian art isn't your thing, or you don't feel like forking over €6 for a museum, there's plenty of history to be found on the streets of Old Town. The Old Town is aptly named, given that its roots go back to the 8th century BC. Given its strategic trading position at the entrance of the Adriatic Sea, Corfu was frequently invaded, occupied, partially destroyed and rebuilt by their neighbours such as Italy, France, England, and at last the Greeks, because why not, it's their bloody island. Given that much of the town's architecture and narrow back streets were heavily influenced by Venetian design, Corfu's Old Town looks like a clash of cultures and time periods packed into one winding maze of avenues and esplanades.
Hi guys, so I just went down the little old town streets and things. You can get lost in them, they're so cool, and all of like half the shops out on the street, like, and people are trying to coax you in, it's really cool. But I went past like a little food place, and so I got myself a latte and I got some traditional Greek donuts with chocolate, yes indeed. And I managed to near enough order in complete Greek. Like he threw me a bit when he asked me if I wanted sugar for the coffee. I didn't know what he was saying, so he had to ask me in English. But other than that, it was all Greek, so I was quite pleased with myself. So. And now, yeah, I'm just sat in the bit that I met the guy, Ami, the filming guy. I'm hoping he doesn't like suddenly turn up behind me there and talk to me for another hour. But I am sat here because of this view, which is amazing. That is very cool. But yes, we're going to attempt to eat these donuts without making a total mess. I don't think it's going to work. So good. You're all over my face. Probably will be by the end. Well, it's just started to rain, but it's really refreshing because it's still hot out. So. Anyway.
I had strategically arrived in Corfu just before the boiling hot weather truly began, but up until this day I'd been really struggling with the heat. Taking a moment to stroll down the normally crowded esplanade in the light rain was glorious. It would appear everyone else was not impressed by the sudden drizzle, as disgruntled tourists and locals alike took shelter under the arches and shop doorways. Well, all except this newlywed couple who weren't going to let nobody rain on their parade.